Good morning, and just before we head out into the field this morning, I'm going to show you what settings I'm going to be using. I'm going to go for field 1 today, and I'm going to go for 5 tone. So I'm going to go along, target tone's 5. Okay, but what we're going to do today, we're going to show you how to do the advanced settings and adjust the tone break. I'll go there first and I'll explain. So we go along to accept and reject, and then we click and hold until we get a line across it. This is your tone break. First of all, it's got, you can see the T1 there, this T1. So this is your iron, and then 1 and 2 is your hot rocks. So that's your first tone break. So we don't want to adjust that because that's where we want the iron and the hot rocks. Right, so if you see this as a scale of starting at this point here is 1 to 30. 1. Yeah, that's your ID numbers where they come in at. Okay, so if we click the tick button, we go to T2. Right, so this is where I've adjusted it. Right, so I've got a 3 where it's flashing all the way to 18. So this is the range where all your hammers are going to come in at. Okay, and then if we click T3, then we've got the next range where probably your copper coins and your milled silver is going to come in. And then the next one I've got is 35, so bigger silver, large copper coins. All right, so that's where I've adjusted them to. So if we go to say T2, and to adjust them in plus and minus, so I can go down the scale or up the scale. So you can adjust them to wherever you want them to be. Can you see them going down? You could have them there, you could have a different tone to there, or obviously I've gone to 18. So in that range there, what I'm trying to do is I'm going to have one tone in that range, and I'm going to have a high tone. So when you're going around in all metal and you're listening to the iron, which is a low, this tone here should be very high, so it should just pop out at you. Okay, now we're going to go to tone pitch. And click and hold, and you're going to get a line across there. That's your tone pitch. So you've got T1 for 1. So you've got T1 and you've got 1. So I'm going to adjust that. I can go up. Can you hear it going up? Right, so I want that as low as possible. Yep, so that's the tone I want to hear for the iron. So then we click the tick button again, and we go into tone 2. Now this is the range I want the very high tone. So I'm going to max that out. Okay, so we click the tick again, and I've got that set at 20. So this is where all your sort of milled coins and your copper coins are going to come in at. So what does 20 sound like? So we're going to get that sort of tone for that. Right, next. We've got that set at 12. So we're going to have a low tone. So for the bigger copper coins and your bigger signals, we're going to have a low tone, which sounds like this. Right, I'm going to do the next one. T5. And we've got an even lower tone. So do you see where I'm coming from? I've got where the hammer's coming at, this range here. I'm going to have a very, very high tone. Okay. Now we're going to go to tone volume. Okay. Right. So this is where your iron comes in, and then your 1 and your 2 is your hot rocks. I'm going to set that as low as I can. So it's just and so in the background. Right, press the tick and we go to T2. This is your amp where your amps are going to come in. We want that full volume. We want it to be as loud as possible. And I'm going to put everything else at full volume. So the tick again. 25. 25. 25. Okay. So if you want to alter those, it's the plus and minus again. So that's how we're going to run today. I'm going to have my recovery speed at 4, iron bias at 2, sensitivity maxed out as far as I can get it. Okay, let's get out there and see how we get on. So here we are back out. Very calm day, cold, but not as sunny as last weekend. Right, let's see what we can unearth. Catch you in a bit. So first up, came in at 8. So the way I've got this set up on 5 tones, I'm listening to all the iron, which is very, very sort of in the background, turned down as low as you can get it. And then for the low numbers, I've got an high tone, so it sort of stops you in the tracks. You're not going to miss any hammered or anything coming in at low numbers when you've got it set like this. It's just 1 pence, but like I say, it came in at 8, very high tone. So it's perfect for picking them sort of the hammered ID numbers out. Okay. So this time came in at 17, another high tone. We have Queen Victoria. Maybe a date on that one, 1826. Okay, let's crack on. Next up we have a little clog clasp. It came in at 7. Also had that set to a high tone, so you don't miss much with it like this. God, you can't beat being out on a day like this. No rain, calm as anything, no one bothering you. Great for your health and well-being. Can't beat it. Great hobby, isn't it? Right, okay, let's crack on, see what else we can find. There's no mistake in this one. You see it in the hole. That came over at 27 and I've got that set to a mid-tone. Loud and clear. Let's see what it is. First bit of silver. It's a 6pence. Oh, it's Young Victoria, Bunhead. Quite a nice coin. Alright, it's a good start, isn't it? Can't beat these minelab machines. Right, let's see what else we can uncover today. Bye for now. Next up, at a good depth, there's this little I think it's aluminium stud. If you're getting stuff like this, you know you're not missing anything. And that came over at 8. Next up at 27, we have this copper coin. It's got an hole through it. It's probably been round someone's neck or attached to a chain. Can't just make out what it is. See if I can clean it up later on. Okay. Next up, came in at 21. I've also got this set to a high tone. a George penny. It's in quite good condition. $19.17. Yeah, so I've also got that range set to a high tone, not quite as high as the low numbers. But yeah, let's carry on. We have another copper coin just under the sod. Take it out, see where the imprint's been. Is it this time? It's another George. Okay. Right, well, I'm just back with Hazel with her Equinox 800, and this woman, tell you, she has the look of the gods. Check this out. How nice is that? Buckle ring. Right, what I'll do, I'll let her get the mud out of it and clean it up because it's her find. And then we'll get back to you with some better pictures and a little video. Very nice. Right, so we're back again. Look at that, what a beauty. It has got all marks. We'll have to check them when we get home, see if we can get a date. Can't just make them out. I can see the lion for the silver, but we should be able to date that. What a find. She'll not let me live this down now. Right, okay. Right, bye for now. Equinox 800. So next up, now this one is really deep. It's got to be at least 12 inches deep. That it's right down there. Was right, it's a daisy token. That should clean up nice, get some detail off it. Okay, there's a little bit broke off it there. Next up, this tiny little button. Came in at 8. I've got this set to a high tone. I really like the machine set up this way because all the signals just ping out at you. This sort of land is where the Equinox really does shine through. It's like a mossy, really deep pasture. It's never been ploughed. Okay, let's carry on. This time, another copper coin. This shows you what depth. Pulling these out on here. Great depth. Got to be more silver around, hasn't there? All these coins. That looks like a Georgian coin. Misshaped. Right, let's carry on. Here we have big chunky cartwheel penny, George III. That came in at 31. Very loud signal. Don't think we can see out on that. Might get it cleaned up later and see if we can. Okay, time's getting on now, but got another half an hour left. Let's see what else we can find. Next up, looks like possibly a silver coin. Even it could be enamored. It's rolled. It's been folded in half. We'll have get that home and clean it up and see what it is. Okay, probably going to have to leave it there. Thanks for all for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, we'll catch you next time.